What's up, Totem Pole Nation? Welcome back to episode 38 of the Recruiting Trail. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are who we are going over today. Thank you to Totem Pole Nation. Thank you to Sideline Sports Network for the platform. We've got the TotemPoleNation.com down below in the ticker if you want some merch like this hat. We've got other hats. We've got hoodies. We've got t-shirts. We've got long sleeves. We've got anything you need, all right, all for a good price. We've also got the Sideline Sports Network Nebraska page, X, right down below in the ticker as well. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so Nebraska recruiting is the That's not right. The 22nd ranked class in the country, 6th ranked class in the Big Ten. My data, stats, all of that are coming from 24/7 Sports, goodness gracious, composite rankings. They have 26 commits currently, 7 of them being 4 stars, 19 of them being 3 stars. First, we're going to get into their top 5 commits. Starting off with a 4-star tight end, Carter Nelson, 6'4", 205 from Ainsworth High School in Ainsworth, Nebraska. He's the 67th ranked player nationally, the 5th ranked tight end, and the 1st ranked player in the state of Nebraska. He was an All-American Bowl roster selection, and he's an unreal athlete, varsity basketball starter, and a state champion in the high jump and 4th in the 200-meter dash, both as a sophomore. He needs to put on mass, obviously, as do all high school athletes going to college, but there isn't a box athletically that this guy does not check. Next up is a 4-star offensive tackle, Grant Bricks, 6'5.5", 280 from Logan Magnolia High School in Logan, Iowa. 81st ranked player nationally, 5th ranked offensive tackle, and the 1st ranked player in the state of Iowa. He was an All-American Bowl roster selection as well. He also wrestles and throws in track and field. Next up, 4-star interior O-lineman, Preston, and excuse me for the mispronunciation, Taumua from Waipahu High School in Aiea, Hawaii. I know I just butchered all 3 of those pronunciations. I apologize very deeply. Sorry. Moving on. He's 6'4", 315. Like I said, interior O-lineman. He's the 250th ranked player nationally, the 14th ranked interior O-lineman, and the number 1 player out of Hawaii. He was a Polynesian Bowl roster selected player. The 4th ranked commit that they have so far, 4-star athlete, Roger Gradney, 6'1", 190 from Rice. Okay, so somewhere in Altair, Texas. My fault. 421st ranked player nationally, 23rd athlete, 66th ranked player in Texas. He's described in his player descriptions as a do-it-all football player. He scored 4 different types of touchdowns last season. He can make an impact anywhere and everywhere, but the analysis that have been done by people that definitely know more than me on scouting says it looks like he could stick at like a linebacker type position. But, you know, he's a multi-sport athlete. He's a multi-positional football player. He can do it all is what it seems. But from the analysis of 24/7 Sports, looks like he could be playing linebacker next year. Rounding out their top 5, Davon Hall, 6'1", 180, 4-star wide receiver from Bellevue West High School in Bellevue, Nebraska. He's the 423rd ranked player nationally, 63rd ranked wide receiver, 2nd ranked player in Nebraska. He also plays basketball. Great top 5, in my opinion. Some 4 stars that could be bumped up to 5 at some point, but just solid 4 stars all around. The class, like I said, is 22nd in the country, 6th in the Big Ten. And the Big Ten, as everyone knows, especially if you're watching this video, is just getting stronger. So, you know, being an upper half recruiting class is big, especially for, Matt Rhule is known for rebuilding programs. So this isn't coming as a surprise. I would assume that, he does good work in the transfer portal as well. Some notes about their commits, though. They have all 5 of the top 5 players from their home state of Nebraska and 8 of the top 15 players in the state of Nebraska. So they hit their footprint hard. I mentioned, one of their other top guys is from Iowa. So, it's hitting your footprint. If you've watched any of these videos that I've put out in the Recruiting Trail series before, you know how important I personally think, and a lot of other people think, hitting your surrounding states and your home state are when it comes to recruiting and building outwards. So that's a great look. They also have 7 commits from Texas. And if you know anything about recruiting at all, you know that Texas high school football goes deeper than every other state. So having 7 commits from the deepest state talent-wise is definitely a good thing as well. And then transfer portal-wise, last time I checked, things could be different by the time you see this video. They only have 1 scholarship player in the portal, and that's tight end Jake Applegate. And, Jeff Sims is expected to put his name in too. But his season was underwhelming, to put it nicely, I think, compared to what his expectations were coming from Georgia Tech.